Hello everyone. I wanted to talk about the Common Core standards and how they can help guide what you teach at home. Now this is not a video about how amazing the Common Core standards are, because they are not, but I think they can definitely help you guide you if you are completely lost at home. So I know from speaking to clients and friends that homeschool, and even friends that their kids are in school, they want to know, like, well, how can I help my child? How can I teach them at home? And it's really hard if you've never taught that grade before and don't know much about that grade to know what to teach them. Oops. So I would suggest looking at the Common Core standards and seeing what it says, those standards. So just looking at them, say they're in kindergarten and you're looking at those standards and it'll tell you about phonics and all this other stuff. That's a good jumping off point. That's a good place to start, because even like myself, if I was thrown into a classroom with high schoolers and I'd never taught English literature, which I never have, to high schoolers, I wouldn't know where to begin. It's like, okay, well, where do I even begin? So I would use those as a guideline as to where to start. And that can be really helpful, because when you're thinking about all the different things that they need to know, it can be really, really overwhelming. So that's my suggestion. Definitely use those standards and just use it as a jumping off point to figure out where you're going to start, what you're going to do. And even once you identify a standard that you want to start with, so you look at the standard and you're like, okay, now what? There's a ton of resources out there that will help you start to teach that standard. So for example, there is a website called Teachers Pay Teachers. A lot of teachers use it. On Teachers Pay Teachers, a lot of the teachers that post curriculum and stuff on there, they'll have it broken down by standard a lot of the time. So they'll say it's covering this standard. So you can find resources on Teachers Pay Teachers and look up that particular standard. Also, there's tons of blogs and everything out there to help you teach that particular standard, and even use a variation of what that standard is, like your interpretation. I think that would be really helpful as well, because those standards aren't everything. They don't help everybody. It can be very difficult, but it is a good guideline to have. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you at home, let me know, how do you get started with teaching something new? Are you looking at the standards to see like what they're supposed to know? Are you using something else, some other resources? Let me know, and I will see you tomorrow.